Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jimmer, and today we're going to try to figure out what in the world is Age of Wonders Planetfall. It is a turn-based grand campaign game. If you've played anything like Total War, you know what this game is about. It's basically the same thing, just turn-based instead of the RTS element. That was it. Bye. Well, it's a little bit more than that. I actually really enjoy the game, and I got it for free on Steam Gifts by someone. I just won it, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, it's a cool game. It was released back in August 2019, and it's in the Age of Wonders series, of course. And it's published by Paradox Interactive and developed by Triumph Studios. So I'm going to try not to spend too much time on this because I pretty much already said what the game is about. If you don't like grand campaign games, don't get this. If you don't like turn-based games, don't get this. That's very much of what this game is, although you can automatically play the auto-result the battles, basically kind of like Total War. But I'm going to try to scratch the surface here, and I'm going to continue on my previous save game, but before that, let's talk about what this game has to offer in terms of options, as usual. You can rebind the keys, you can invert a bunch of stuff, that's pretty cool. In the general, you can change the language. I'm going to change this to no advice, maybe to Planetfall. Only because ever since I loaded the same scenario about 16 times so I can beat a battle, and because I didn't want to lose, because I didn't realize you can retreat. The game, every time I boot it up, it gives me all the tools again, all the tooltips. So I'm going to actually set it to no advice for now. Scroll speed, maximum autosaves, you can have up to 100. I have it on 25 for no particular reason. That was the default. You can autosave, of course, it's pretty cool. Enable autosaves, it will do, I don't know exactly, I don't know exactly how often it saves, but it does save quite often. World UI, you can do a bunch of stuff here. You can skip turn confirmation, which is pretty cool, and some other things. You can go in the combat UI, which is gonna change a few more things either. Sadly, the one thing that this game is missing on the combat UI is a danger zone for the enemy, and I wish it did. Kind of like Fire Emblem. If you've played Fire Emblem, you can just hit button and the area would be red, although it would kind of be unintuitive for some of the levels, because as soon as you start, there's going to be a bunch of Pegasus nearby that can get to you. So yeah, I'm going on a tangent here. So video, you have display mode, you can go full screen, you can do windowed, or you can do exclusive modes full screen, which is borderless window. By the way, thank you developers for actually doing a drop down menu. That's my favorite kind of menu. So as you can see, you can kind of go through all the options very quickly. Of course, ultra-wide resolution works flawlessly in this game, no issues whatsoever. V-Sync for me doesn't matter because I have G-Sync. Resolution quality scale, you can bring it down if your graphics card cannot keep up with the frame rate, although it's a fairly light game, but I am getting a little bit less than 90 frames per second for the most part, which kind of surprises me because, I mean, it's a grand campaign title. It shouldn't be that demanding. The scale of the interface, you can adjust that, which is really awesome. Moving on to the safe area ratio, 100%. That's pretty much where you can kind of go everywhere basically, which is really nice. That's adjusting the HUD on some of the games. And you have the advanced video here, which is pretty cool. You can do quality mode, texture quality. You can do anti-aliasing. I don't like anti-aliasing. I'm not a fan of anti-aliasing, so I'm going to turn it off. You can do soft particles, bloom, reflections, ambient occlusion, of course. And on the audio, you have master, you have a bunch of sliders. You have a lot of sliders, actually. So if you like sliders, you got sliders here. I know I like sliders, and I'm actually pretty impressed by how many sliders it has for the audio. Sliders. Did I say that yet? And then you go about, that's pretty much it on the options. Good options. No complaints there whatsoever. There's 3 DLC out for this game already. I don't have any because I won this game about 8 months ago, and I just finally got to playing it. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna continue on my current adventure that I have. almost said escapade for some reason. So this is the map. It's a globe, of course, because we don't know that Earth is flat yet. That's a joke, by the way. Earth is not flat. Don't be a fucking lunatic. You pretty much have a big ass map, and I do appreciate how it actually goes over the edge like that. That's pretty awesome. So this is where I started. I started from the bottom. Now I'm here. This was my main base, and the game at first is kind of overwhelming, and then as you play more, the game becomes even more overwhelming. So these are the bunch of bases. You cannot set a colony in every single one of them, but you could set a colony into most of them. So what do I mean by colony? So this is a colony. This is my headquarters. This is a main structure from which you can produce units, and you can do all that other stuff. You can build buildings and upgrade it as you go. This is pretty much fully decked out. As my progression goes through, then I can deck it out even more. But for now, this is the cream of the creme de la creme. This is the highest fidelity one that you can find in this map. I think this one also is fully decked out. No, it's not, but we are gonna make it decked out. So I also like how it visually changes the more you upgrade it. So this one is a teeny tiny bit underwhelming. It's not as good, but this one, you got a Metropolis over here. Holy shit! And these do, for the most part, look exactly the same. So you can create one of these colonizers here, and you can colonize an area around you. Or you have two more options. If you have a friendly unit here, you can walk on this, and then you can find, what was it called? Build a forwarding base is, I believe, what it's called. It costs 20 influence, and it takes 1 turn. And what that creates is this. This thing is nothing. It's not really part of my empire. It is pretty much I plan on building something here, kind of like a sign. Hey, I call dibs, or you go to the people there and you're like, I owe you an empire or whatever. So I owe you conquering. I'm gonna conquer your ass pretty soon. So get ready with that lube. This is pretty much what that is. Although it does build a garrison, it's not a super important garrison. It's not something you're gonna lose your mind over. And the garrisons in this game are kind of underwhelming. And embarrassingly enough, I don't have a way of looking at the garrison yet. I'm not quite sure how to do that. That's kind of embarrassing, but that's just how it is, you know? Is what it is. Be what it be, do what it do. And then second option that you have is, well, of course, the third one is to not do shit. But the second option is to annex. I'm Greek, so I don't know how you pronounce that. This to a certain colony that is adjacent. So, for example, Hyriel and Dariel can both annex this territory. Holland Heaven. I feel like someone put a bunch of dice, some word diarrhea out, and fucking named these things, so that's interesting. Once you annex this to your empire, if it's near a coast of water, then this headquarter can produce sea units, which is these Aquatica and what else? The Hydromancer. Do not even try to make ship battles with your actual units, because it's just one of them on a boat and it looks embarrassing. So you are going to get annihilated and destroyed. And if you do that, you still can set a colony. Don't get me wrong. You can still go here. Where the fuck is it? This one, for example. This one can be annexed, actually. So, yeah, we're gonna make Yonathel. Where is Yonathel? Is this Yonathel? Yeah. I actually did want to kind of make a land, a sea army here, but I got this okay. It doesn't matter. Strategy doesn't really matter in this one. It's kind of like improv. Points don't matter, and there's no lines. So we're actually gonna do, that one has an instability, so we are gonna do this one. So now that that's said and done, we're gonna move forward. That's what you do with the expansion. That's how you expand through the land. It's pretty much very closely similar to Total War. I think this goes a little bit more depth with the IOU and Empire and the annexing and actually colonizing. So yeah, for example, if I hit this, I can release this sector, and then I can also, after releasing it, I can colonize it with a colonizer unit. So you got to be careful with some of these things. So for this one, for example, it has, or is it this one? Which one is it that has the fucking the hazard? It's this one, I think. Anyway, one of these fucking things has a hazard, and one of the hazards is your units will not. Here we go. Abyssal Tear. Your units will not regenerate while on this tile, so be careful with that one. And then it has a few other things. You're going to notice some of these territories will have many buildings right next to them. So this one, for example, this one is occupied. You can tell by the red occupied and the yellow hexagon around it. So that's an additional bonus to production if you manage to clear it out of all the enemies. So there's that. This one is not annexed yet, so I'm just waiting for these. By the way, in order to annex, you have to actually gain some population growth. In 4 turns, this will be 12, and I need how much more? I need 1 more. So in 4 turns, I'm going to be able to get this show on the road. And of course, population is dependent on the food that you have. Very similar to the Total War games. Very, very cool. I'm gonna produce all that. Fuck it. Why not? I have cash. So the resources used for the upgrading of the buildings is this thing right here. It's the production points. The energy is used for unit upkeep and creating new units. You're not gonna have a problem with the upkeep and the unit the energy generation, at least on the easier difficulties. So don't worry about that. And then you have the Cosmite, which is used for more advanced units. You have the Influence, which is used for diplomacy reasons and also to create the IOU bases. And then you have the Imperial Renown, which Imperial Renown I never really had any problems earning, but it's used for requisitions to buy units, heroes, and all that stuff. So that's nice and dandy. There is an afterthought of a naval battle that you can do. This is my beast of a squad. I recently lost one of the units, but they've gone up on experience points. So they've kind of gone through and ransacked everything here, as you can see. All these are IOU bases, but they do still have a garrison in them. What's the garrison, Dimitri? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. And on the overview here, you can kind of see what all these things produce, which is pretty cool. It's up to you what they produce. So I don't really have a newly acquired colony. I'm kind of trying to put this in my inventory here. So, oh, actually, you know what? This one right here. This is a newly founded colony. If you go here, so you can choose on what kind of resource you can specialize in. You can do a science lab to create research points for the research tree. You can do this for more production points, so you can upgrade the buildings faster, which I always think this is kind of a waste because eventually you're going to have the highest level buildings. But the quicker you get this, the quicker you can get more units out because you're going to be upgrading your buildings on time. But at the same time, you're kind of wasting the time there. You can just be producing the buildings. But yeah, on the long term, the energy is what matters because you want to have the biggest army possible. Just do keep in mind that any hexagon can only be attacked by, I believe, 6 other armies, if I'm not mistaken, because you have the 6 sides. So, for example, here you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. I know how to count. Congratulations. Where's my army? I had an army here. Where the fuck did they go? Well, that's not good. I can't find my army. Oh, here they are. How'd they end up there? Oh, I was chasing the Marauders. That's how these fuckers kind of attacked me. So I had to restart the game. So that's pretty much the exploration of the map. Obviously, this is another NPC. I'm in a alliance pact with them. Over here on this panel, you're gonna see the diplomacy. I am Celia Varju. I am an Amazon. I will. Hopefully, I'm not going to forget to show the character creation later on. These guys got defeated. Amazons were wiped out. They kind of suck. I tried to actually become overlord. You can have other people vassalize, or you can be a vassal to other empires, kind of like Total War games. So we got this guy. This is the yellow one. We're kind of on a pact right now. I'm on war with this bitch, and I'm trying to become her overlord, and she doesn't want to give in. So that's kind of annoying. Even if I add more energy, this is an outrageous amount of energy apparently. I wasn't even aware of that. Like 700 energy, she's still not going to accept. Nothing happens. Only cowards would accept vassalage. And that's the other thing. They all have their own characteristics. So this one is an elitist. Friend to those with high capacity ranking and more keen to reach out and befriend players with a high capacity rating. And then strategy trait, that's a hidden one. You can't, you have to exchange intelligence, which I'm not going to get into all of that because that's a lot of information. So I'm kind of infiltrating her base here. I'm kind of going ham and just destroying everything that she has to give me. When you attack an enemy base, you can either go take it the hard way, the quick way, and that will reduce your honor, or you can wait eight turns until it becomes part of your empire. This one is being absorbed. It takes 5 more turns on an 8-turn capacity. That's, for the most part, the campaign here. Now, you have 2 tech trees. You have the military tech tree, and then you have the society tech tree. I'm not a huge fan of the society tech tree, although I can see some of the things that it does are kind of important. For example, this one will let you implement another doctrine, and this is what a doctrine is here on the operations panel. You can have operations that are active as a doctrine, which will have constant benefits and effects throughout the campaign until you turn them off, of course, and they do have some upkeep. And you're going to have the primed and ready ones, which mean that they're a one-time thing, or for as long as they're active, you're going to have to spend some energy on them. So these are the 2 tech trees. I'm obviously super way in because of my research points, and it keeps going. So like the future military tech, you can actually unlock an extra tree here, which is crazy. So each it's mostly the same, except see for the first part here, you can go in the syndicate. I can actually implement syndicate types of research on my empire because I'm actually sharing the information with my ally here, the yellow one that you saw here on this side of the map. Sadly, I'm not big enough to become overlord for them. They've actually grown a lot. They're kind of equaling me in power, and I'm pretty sure that if push comes to shove, they can actually whoop my ass. So I'm gonna have to focus more on that army building so I can be able to win. This is the other race here. They're also pretty big. They're not gonna accept any of my offers to become overlord, but it's their loss. I can hold my own. They're getting ready for an attack here too, so we're probably gonna be fucked. So that's pretty much it. You do have the Overlook panels here, so you have the this is the operations. You can go on the achievements or objectives, I guess. You can go onto the colony view, so you can see what is producing what. So this one, for example, is being conquered. It doesn't provide anything. You can see the food. You can see the cost mine. You can see the influence that it produce. You're gonna have to bank on the influence, so just keep in mind that. Military overview shows you all of your units and what they're doing. This guy's just sitting there not doing shit. And then you have the template manager. So for example, I can set this, so I go in here. Let's click this thing. You can actually adjust. You can add mods to units and make them a little more powerful. And then you can save the template. This is kind of what I've done. with the Huntress unit here. I made him into an acid spewer Huntress that does corrosive damage and all that stuff. So the Biomancer are the same. It doesn't have an actual unit. It's a dissolver, but that's because of that one thing here. The more you add, the more combinations you can make and give them more special names. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna try to show some of the combat here, because why not? So you can see what that is about. So can this guy reach? Yes, he can. So we're gonna put this unit here. Gonna put this unit here. We're gonna put this unit here so you can attack. Click again. So this is the colony militia. Nothing crazy. I can auto combat it. As you can see, this would be the enemy if they had a garrison, like an actual unit, not just garrison, and then that would be my other 6 armies attacking. And I believe there's a similar limit to Total War. I think it's also 6, but I can't remember quite very well. We're gonna do manual combat, and then after the manual combat, I'm gonna show some of the customization you can do when you start your new game. So hopefully I'm not gonna get embarrassed, because the enemy's tough. The enemy's quite tough. So these are my 2 armies, my 3 armies actually. The enemy's still moving. You can fast forward, or you can have it on regular speed. I got some advanced units here. So this is my Phoenix Walker. My Phoenix Walker. So again, like, it would have been really nice to be able to see a danger zone. Danger zone. It's a cool song. But we're kind of gonna... This guy's on Overwatch. I first discovered Overwatch on Gears of War strategy game, so that was kind of a failure. Either way, some of these units, so you're gonna see you can take cover, kind of like an XCOM. That's the other thing. You can just think of this as XCOM meets Total War. So this is my melee hero. I'm gonna put her or him, I can't remember the gender, into cover. Cover is very essential to this game, so keep in mind these large units, they cannot utilize cover, but they do become cover for other units. So as you can see, this unit can hide behind this larger unit, but that means that the larger unit is going to take most of that other damage. So kind of a trade there, whatever you want to do. All these units have special abilities. So for example, the Biomancer can heal, they can put to sleep, and they can reveal weakness on enemies. All these can only be used once, so don't waste them. Additionally, I can make some extra movements here, which I probably will. So I'm going to move this one here, but then they're not going to be able to make any more attacks. So you do have these three boxes here. Those indicate how much you can move. It's kind of like action points, basically. So this attack takes 1, and then it can go up to however much. If I don't move and I don't waste a box, then I can attack 3 times. Otherwise, if I only have 1, it's going to be 1 attack. This one takes 3, so if I move, I'm not going to be able to use that anymore. And then this one is a shield. That's a free action, which is pretty cool. I actually do want to move all the way here and then enable my shield to me. That's another thing, like you have to right click to activate an ability. So we're gonna move these guys to the front here. This guy can move here. I'm actually not really putting much thought on the strategy, because I'm pretty sure I can win even if I don't really try. But if I lose any units, that's gonna kind of suck. So we're gonna keep on going. We're gonna put this guy there. No defense. Let's see. We can move you right around here. This guy can attack. Yep. So move you here. Absorb all the attack. And we're gonna go and barricade ourselves here. That's a lot of protection. Giggity. Big unit can be army. It can be armor. And let's hide you here. Hopefully these guys don't die. And then my last army, of course. I don't really like flying units, but I get the importance of them. They can navigate through the campaign quite easily. Also, do keep in mind, don't overextend yourself, because you will get flanked. So when you're attacked from the rear, your unit is then flanked, and they will sustain higher damage numbers. So That's also something else to consider. Gonna put you there. Also, you can't really play the waiting game with this game either. If no enemy attacks, then the AI is smart enough to stay put and not actually make any movements. So don't try your luck with this one, because they will outsmart you, and there's some pretty smart AIs in this bitch. Okay, so I feel confident enough to finally move this guy here maybe, and then hit next unit. Yep. So this, if you're still able to make turns and you haven't put them into defensive mode, you're gonna hit end turn, and then it's gonna be they're gonna add themselves to defensive mode. Oh shit, they're actually going all out on my flying unit. Don't kill it. Alright. We have operations. First and foremost, we're going to do operations. You unlock these on the tech tree. So my favorite one to do is this one. It deals 25 damage to an enemy unit, and it tears through their armor. Which one is the weakest link here? We're going to do these guys because they're actually kind of dangerous looking. There's other ones that can do an AoE damage that don't do as much damage, so that's also pretty cool. I want to... Let's see, we're gonna move these guys, and I kind of want to heal first, but let's use the Huntress and go here. I'm gonna try to eliminate this unit. Flying unit is going to... They do a lot of damage. The flying unit does a shit ton of damage on this game. And my hero does the attack. And then these guys kind of suck on accuracy, unless they're really up close. So take that as you want. Biomancer, you're gonna step back into here. Can I still... Ah, fuck. You can undo one move, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna utilize these guys, and I'm gonna move here, and then attack, then do much damage. Should have actually healed these guys, but whatever. Okay, big guy. Let's see what you got. Nothing, because you can't actually reach the enemy. Let's see if I have enough range. Do I? Yes, I do. Oh, nice. Yeah. Take that. I like that. Can I reach you? No, but I can actually move into position to reach you. This unit is really strong, actually. What the fuck? Torrent Flame. That's actually a close-up attack. Yeah, I'm gonna struggle with this thing. It's actually gonna eat through my army a little bit, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move these guys back here and then have them heal themselves. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Okay, we're gonna hit next. Can I? Oh, I can't attack these guys. I can't reach them. That's sad. Oh well, we're still gonna go full steam. Oh, can I use this? Yes, I can. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. What about this one? Nope. Okay. Yeah, see, if I move more, I'm not gonna be able to attack, so I'm actually just gonna do this. Flamethrower them. Okay. What do we got next? We got this guy. Move here. Bam. Attack him.
Enemy killed.
Enemy killed. I can reach those guys, so let's see if I can go here. Awesome. This is working out a lot better than I thought it would be. Oh, so this cover is double, so it is gonna hire. Actually, it's not. I don't know why I can't. All right. Well. Oh, I can reach him from here. Actually, that's pretty cool. Let's see. I am gonna move here. Move a little bit closer. Oh, actually, oh no. Okay, let's take our chances. 65%. Wow, that actually worked. Can I get him? No. That's all right. Gonna go into. Oh, can I put him to sleep? This is the sleep one, out of range. Yeah. So it's okay. All right, move there. Nothing you can do. Oh, these guys haven't moved yet. Interesting. So should I blind these guys? Yeah, let's blind them. Did they get blinded? Yes, they did get blinded. That's awesome. All right, keep on moving here. I can't do shit. These are too far away. That's fine. Go behind cover. Alright, I feel ready to end the turn. And the remaining units can go into defensive. The fuck was that? Oh no, you didn't. Yeah, get him. Bro.
Enemy down.
Of course enemy's down. Oh, this guy can't move this way? Is it too big? These aren't blocking.
Enemy killed.
Yeah, it's pretty much over. Yeah. Oh, actually 100% on 55% accuracy. It's not bad. Not bad at all. What can you do, mama? Who's gonna attack next? It's over.
Our forces are victorious.
GG. It helps to have a massive army attacking a base, of course. As you can see, I am missing a unit, so that's kind of embarrassing. If it was auto battle, it wouldn't have lost any health as either. So, this sector is disconnected from its colony and will not produce any income. But can I not conquer this? That's weird. Oh, I think they're actually building a new one. That's... I'm gonna have to end the turn on this one and kind of wait it out and see what happens. But yeah, I'm gonna take all these fucking things. I'm not even gonna worry about it. Orders required. I like this one. You can kind of hit the check mark, go through the rest of your units. Of course, these guys. I'm gonna need to add a fifth one there, but that's the extent of it. The AI is fairly incompetent, and that's a good thing because I am on the easiest difficulty because I'm not very good at these games, even though I like these types of games. I have been playing for a shit ton of hours, not gonna lie, so it's taken me a long time to do this. And then when you try to exit the menu, you are prompted to save the game. So we're gonna save it, blah blah blah, save the game, keep on going. And I kind of want to show what it takes to create a new... so you can do a new galactic empire. This is... you can just do the name or whatever. That's not anything crazy. You can see your customized heroes. You can see your progression on the campaign. And if you beat the campaign, you can unlock some of these things. If you do a new planet, that's when you start the new game. So let's say we start the Imperial world. You're going to set commander. These are all the commander options that you have that are pre-built in the game. And of course, as if that wasn't enough, you can customize your commander. You can set their background, you can set their colony supplements, you can do the loadout, you can do a vice. A vice will be a negative impact, but it will give you more points to distribute through to a better loadout. So do keep that in mind. You can change the secret technology for this one. There's a lot of customization. I was really overwhelmed. It took me about 15-20 minutes to actually start playing this game because of everything that I had to discover. So there's community maps that I haven't downloaded, and then there's some other ones. The infested world. These are presets. You can do a practice world. So, and on this one you can choose up to 12 players. You can do relaxed, normal, hardcore. Let's go back. Opponent level you can do easy. I always do easy. World size you can do enormous. Actually, this one is grayed out for the enormous. I don't know why. It's interesting. Maybe I have to set the players to 12. Okay, yeah, it's only enormous if you have 12 players. That's gonna take you a long fucking time. And landmass type you can do Pangea, continents, or land if you don't want any sea. I kind of have it on random, I think, on my campaign. So, and then on the campaign, you have a cutscene that I'm not going to play. And you have actual campaign missions that you can do. There's the difficulty level. It's pretty cool. I haven't done any of the campaigns yet, and I like the campaign idea. I'm actually going to do that next because it kind of forces you to play as different races and different techs. So the best way I think to actually learn to play this game is actually going through the campaign. I kind of didn't know because, again, I was really overwhelmed with how many things you can do in this game. So I kind of dove in face first and wasted. Not wasted. I don't regret playing this game, but I did spend the better part of the past 2 weeks has gone into this game. So there's online multiplayer, commander customization. Again, you can just do however many commanders you want. You can change them. You can do all the races. Use tons of fucking races. Secret techs. My God, you're gonna spend so much time. Oh, that's a bug. You're gonna spend so much time on the tech tree. I don't think I'm ever gonna get the DLC, which is crazy. But yeah, this game retails for $50 now. It's 2 years old, and it goes on sale. I think it's worth the money. If you like grand strategy, grand campaign games, this is definitely one for the books. If you like turn-based games, it's definitely one for the books as well. It's very challenging. The music is really nice. The voice acting is also pretty respectable. And it does have some... I feel like the tech tree I don't really care for. I'm not a huge fan of the tech tree. I think it's kind of a mess, the way it's implemented. But if you take your time and read through it, it will take some time, but you will learn everything you need to know about the tech tree. I don't think I showed the military tech tree, but that one you unlock the new units, as well as bonuses for the different types of attacks that those units perform. Yeah, I like the hexagon style. You kind of don't waste any movement that way. It's good. It's really good. It's a good game. I was actually surprised. I'm glad I finally got to try it. I don't even know why I had it downloaded on my queue. It's not a game that I have to cover, but I felt like covering it because I played it and it was good. So give this one a chance. Age of Wonders games have been around for a long time. The third one came out, I believe, in 2015, 12? Don't quote me on that one. I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. So there you have it, guys. Hope this was helpful. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.